So, Karlj, nice backdrop. Look, where are you?
And I'm actually home. I'm sitting in my living room.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so, what home is where?
I'm sitting in my living room. I'm in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay. So we just got, like I said, we just got off the other person that left. She's in LA as well.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
amazing. I was listening to her. She has a lot of wealth of information.
Yeah. Yeah. So give us a little bit of history on you. How'd you start doing hair? Where you from? All that stuff.
I'm originally from the East Coast, between Philadelphia and New Jersey.
Okay.
I've been licensed for over 20 years, about 25 years. Moved
Mm-hmm.
to Los Angeles over a decade ago, about 10 years ago. Started doing celebrity hair maybe about 20 something years ago. I started in 97, 98 with Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown and Total, Mary J. Blige, Faith, that whole bad boy camp. Then I started working with Vivica A. Fox, Megan Good, Nia Long, just that whole era of actresses in the late 90s and early 2000s. Opened up three salons. I had two in New Jersey, Karlj Salon. I had one in Philadelphia. And yeah, so that and I just working with a whole lot of people and just I've always had a passion for hair cutting. Hair cutting is my passion and it's what I gravitated towards. So I went to the Sassoon Academy here in Los Angeles. So I studied under the Sassoon Academy for years and then worked there in their salon for years before, branching off into my own and doing my own thing. Also, I've done a lot of education over the years, which is really where my heart's at. I've done it all over the United States, as well as in Italy and London, Barbados, St. Martin, Trinidad, Jamaica, just really traveled the world with education. So,
Okay.
it's a lot, but, this is all I've done my whole life.
Okay. So how old were you when you started doing hair?
I actually started doing hair when I was about 15 years old. I was a sophomore in high school when I started. I used to, believe it or not, it's funny, but I used to get off of football practice and come home and do figure waves. So, yeah, I used to, so, it just, I played football and, did what I was doing. I would come home and do finger waves and got a job at one of the hottest salons in New Jersey in Camden called Total Concept. And I was a shampoo boy. And, I shampooed for a couple years. That's what we used to do. We got our stripes and we paid our dividends.
Yeah. But I tell people your service is done at the shampoo bowl. You give someone a good shampoo, you got them for life.
Right. So, yeah, and that was it. Just a lot of rolling up my sleeves and hard work. At that time, there was no social media. So everything was just hard work and just hustling, just going around and handing people your work and just selling yourself. It forced you to be personable. It forced you to be able to communicate and talk to people. Now you can hide behind filters and you can hide behind DMs and messages and things like that. Whereas before, if you didn't know how to speak to people, if you didn't know how to engage people, you just wouldn't be successful. So
yeah. I think that also makes a difference because we're in this personal touch industry and not be able to communicate in the same way as, like I say, the old days makes a big difference, I think, in what's happening with the industry now.
Yeah, communication is everything. A person not only wants to be able to hear you, but they want to feel you, and, communication is much more than words. Communication, eye contact, communication, just your energy that you give off, a warm, welcoming spirit, to make a woman feel comfortable. So a lot of that is lost, because everything is done digitally. So, so I like to hold on to those old school values, which I believe gives me a big edge today.
Okay. So what old school values are you still holding on to? What are you still doing that most of us as stylists aren't doing?
Knowing how to do hair. How about that?
How about that?
How about knowing how to do hair, knowing the difference, knowing the difference between a 45-degree angle, a 90-degree angle, knowing the difference between graduation and elevation, knowing what shampoo to use on different types, what conditioners to use, knowing how to look at a person's hair and be able to give them give them what they need. How to be able to do a haircut. We were taught that if you can't cut hair, you can't do hair.
And they a lot of them don't know how to cut. It's like Jesus.
Yeah. So just the fundamentals, consultation,
Hmm.
just different things like that. That
Yeah.
a lot of us just do not have. So I always say I'm not trying to move the beauty industry forward. I'm actually trying to draw it back. So
Mm.
yeah, so I'm one. I do everything that's current. I do all the lace fronts. I make wigs. I'm here in LA. I have to. I do
Yeah.
all type of extensions. But you don't have to. You can bend and not break. You can be pliable and you can still do what's current, but build onto a foundation. And I just feel like a lot of people today are just missing the foundation part.
Hmm.
So I kind of like want to give them that, which I believe will have people, just go a lot further because there's a lot of talented people in the
Yeah.
industry. Yeah, but they don't. I always say all the time that I'm not impressed by talent. You didn't do anything to attain your talent. God gave it to you. So I'm
Mm.
impressed by skill. So
Yeah.
when you're able
So
to train.
so that's what you're sharing with them at this point.
Skill is something that is just can't be replaced. It can't be duplicated. It can't be AI. It can't be none of that. Just a skill set that's just very, very solid. So when your skill set is solid, then
Hmm.
everything else it just goes to a whole nother level.
Okay. So if I am that stylist who is, I deal a lot in the commercial hair, and I'm not necessarily a natural hairstylist. I call them commercial
Right,
hairstylists
right, for sure.
because we're putting that stuff on. Where would you tell me to start? What would be some of the first things? What advice would you give me? What would be the first things you think I should go ahead and try to start doing? How do I back up and come back forward?
Um, as far as what? As far as building your brand, as far as learning how
Well,
to do hair, as far as what?
let's start with learning how to do hair, and then the next question will be as far as building your brand.
Okay, so one-on-one classes. I'm very
Mm,
big on one-on-one classes. I think that learning from someone who has that capability to implement it into your arsenal. Like with me, I have a toolbox, right?
mhm.
So I like to put everything in my toolbox, and I've learned something from a lot of different stylists, and I put it in my toolbox. I put it in my toolbox, and I never know when I have to take it out. I never know what's something that I learned back in 2018. I'm gonna have to pull it out in 2020.
Mm,
So that right there, how to actually understand the anatomy and how to understand the anatomy of craftsmanship, the beginning. Only give advice once. Um, oh, I'm sorry, somebody's.
okay.
So, so yeah, things like that.
Okay.
How to be able to just humble. Like I believe that a lot of times as hairstylists, we accomplish things, so we have like a little arrogance to us. But I believe
Mm,
that when you're humble, you can actually learn more. So I would tell people that they just be humble, learn, be willing to accept information regardless of where you get it from,
mm-hmm.
and to apply it into what you do.
Okay. And I would assume your repertoire of skill set, you do all textures of hair.
Oh yeah,
You're not, yeah. Hair
I'm a
hair is a
I'm a
yeah.
I'm a hairstylist. Yeah,
Okay. All
yeah, I'm a
right.
hairstylist. I'm not a black hairstylist. I'm not a male hairstylist. I'm not a
Love
yeah.
it.
I'm not a hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist. That's
Okay.
what
All
I do. Hair.
right. Period.
Period. I do hair. Hair is hair.
Okay, cool. So you mentioned brands.
Mhm.
What advice would you give with the onset of all this social media and all this online marketing? What advice or how do you think a mix would be, or what would you suggest that some of these younger stylists do? Because everything is online.
When we're children, we learn and we want to fit in. As adults, we should have the mindset that we want to stand out.
Ooh.
Fitting in and blending in is the worst thing you can do in business. So look what everyone is doing and do differently. Have a foundation that is unshakable. You don't want to be a trend. You don't want to be. You don't want to be popping. You want longevity.
Okay.
I believe in slow and steady versus crash and burn. So a lot of times we see it fast and we get it, and a lot of times people emulate the end result, but they don't emulate the actual work. And I think we need to, if you have a brand, you have to do the work. There is no shortcuts. No matter what you see, I don't care how glossy it looks on social media. I don't care how refined it is and how polished it is and how filtered it is. Anyone who has been really successful over any period of time has a lot of work. So you have to prepare yourself to put in a lot of work, go through the sacrifices, go through the pitfalls of businesses, ups and downs, and prepare your mind and your body for that. And what is it about your brand that's going to stand the test of time? What is it about your brand in a time where people have so many options to spend their money? You know, why would they want to spend it with your brand? Like, what is it about it? So I would find that niche and also understand the power of reinventing yourself. Reinventing yourself is very, very important. All the major companies do it, from Starbucks to McDonald's to Burger King to Sprite to Nike. Everybody reinvents themselves. So this is advice that I would give people who are starting a brand for sure.
Okay. All right. So what makes a great haircut?
Great haircut. What makes a great haircut? There's a few things. Number one, what makes a great haircut is shape. What makes a great haircut is lifestyle. I believe a haircut says lifestyle. I believe a haircut is a defining moment for a woman or a man. I believe that a great haircut changes a person's mindset. I believe that it changes a person's attitude. So when I issue a haircut out to a client, I want to know her lifestyle. I want to know what she does for a living. I want to know how much time she has in the morning to get ready for work. I want to know if she has 4 kids or no kids. I want to know if she's married or she's on the hunt. You know, I'll put all these things into my brain and start computing so I can give what I believe is the perfect haircut. I look at her facial shape. I look at her neckline. I look at her jawline. I look at all these different things and I look at a woman and say, okay, I have something for you. This is what's going to work. So custom and tailored just for you. That's what's great about haircuts. Is everything is, you know, every bob looks different on all different women. So you know, it's no 2 looks are the same. No 2 haircuts are the same. They wear differently.
So each haircut is customized specifically for that person.
For that
That's
person.
awesome.
It's for that
That's
person.
awesome.
Yes.
So you've traveled, look, internationally.
Yes.
Where do you think the most skilled hairstylists are?
I would say I believe that the most skilled hairstylists are in America because there's more hairstylists in America. And
Okay.
I believe that the most skilled per population will probably be Europe.
Okay.
I would say probably Europe because in Europe, they're very big on education. Where they're
And
really,
their education is different too.
yes. In Europe, they're very big on education. In America, we're really big on presentation.
Oh,
I like
I
that.
just dropped something right there, right?
yeah.
That's so, yeah. So in Europe, they're very well learned or studied, and education. They put the amount of emphasis on education as we do sports. So it's different. So I would say out of every 10 hairstylists in Europe, 80% of them really understand and know how to do hair because they go through that process. Where a lot of times here in America, you know, we want the microwave version. We went straight out of high school, opened 3 salons, and never been a shampoo person, never read a book, never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Never
like
taken another class in beauty
ain't
school, right?
taking classes. So I believe that I would say, but I believe that there's more in America because there's just we're a way bigger country.
Country, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have something coming up. You started the cut tour?
Oh, yes. I'm really excited
Uh,
about that. This is my baby. I don't do too many things for the first time after being licensed for 25 years, but this is something I'm doing for the first time. It's my baby. Somehow came up with for several reasons. It's a cut workshop. So normally I do a lot of look and learns, but this is an actual workshop where
mm,
people register, they get their kits, and in their kits, they get a pair of Karlj Japanese cutting shears, and I'm very proud of. These are cutting machines. We released them last February in Atlanta at the Bronner Brothers show. So you get a pair of Karlj Japanese cutting shears. You get a mannequin head, human hair mannequin head. You get a cutting comb, and you get a professional styling cape. We're going to give you everything you need to execute these haircuts. We're going to go over two haircuts, the layered bob and the precision bob, what I'm known for. So, and also just tools that I believe you need to be successful in this industry to take your career to the next
okay.
level. So I'm really excited because number one, I get to teach
Hmm.
and educate a lot of hairstylists who really want to learn
That,
that haircut. And
yeah,
also I just get a chance to engage and share. I just love hairstylists. I like sharing time and space with hairstylists. We have a lot in common, whether we've been licensed for 20 years or 2 months, we have a
yeah,
lot. We sit down for hours and talk. So just they charge my battery and I charge their battery. It's very
yeah,
reciprocal.
yeah. It's that
Just get
energy and that vibe in the room.
that energy and
Mhm.
that vibe in that room. I thrive on it. I love it,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I
So
love being.
tell Jeanette what your where they can get tickets so she can put it in the chat for us.
Yes, Jeanette, thank you. You can get, if you register, if you want to register, the link is in my bio. So the link is in my bio, and when you click the link,
Is that the
it's Karl
Shopify?
J. Shopify. Karl J. Shopify, and the link is in my bio. We also have a special student discount code for students. If you have a student ID, we have a special student discount code for you. So once you fill it out and then you get to the end where you check out, you put in that special student code, just message us, we'll give it to you. It's a special student discount code, and it knocks off a couple $100 off of the actual purchase. So
Okay.
it's a great time. And my first stop is Houston, Texas, September the
Yeah, yeah.
29th.
He is gracing us, y'all. Look, he is blessing us and coming here first. Y'all need to sign up for this class.
And I
It's gonna
love
be amazing.
Houston was first because Houston, I love Houston. Houston took me in during COVID when LA was shut down. I went to Houston and got me an apartment, and I lived in Houston. Yeah, I lived right on Post Oak for 18 months. So
Okay.
I loved it. And I just built such a clientele and a love for the city. And they just took me in as one of their own,
Yeah.
to this point. Well, a lot of people think I'm from Houston at this point. So, and it's just been a love affair. I can't stay away. They can't get rid of me.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
my
Look,
baby.
we not trying to get rid of you. Look,
It's my favorite
we
city.
need
I would
you.
say it's my favorite city, and I love it. I love Houston.
Okay, cool.
Then we're going to
So,
Philadelphia.
uh, look, yeah, look. We were looking for a stylist in Philadelphia when they did the Kamala Harris call with Tina Knowles. So now I know. Look, I got the connect at this
I'll
point.
fly
So
there in a second.
yeah. Okay, we gonna have to talk about that because we got some other things going on still. But you have your own line of shears.
Mhm.
So what goes into developing or the criteria for a Carl J. Shears? Because I know they have to be top
They're,
of the line.
they're top.
You need to put your name on it.
They're elite. So what happens is I've cut with a lot of different shears throughout my career. I
Mm-hmm.
spent thousands of dollars on one pair of shears. I probably spent over $20,000 throughout my career on different shears. Shears make such a big impact on the outcome
Mm,
of haircut, and the importance of your tools working for you.
mm,
And we don't understand that as stylists. So, we'll have a, $2,000 pocketbook and, a $15 pair of shears as hairstylists, right? So we invest in things that don't pay us back. These shears are, I personally like shears that work for me. I don't have to work too hard. I like a very lightweight design, but still I want to feel like I have a piece of steel in
mm,
my hand. I still want to feel
mm.
like I have something. Obviously, razor sharp, quiet. And also they're designed with ergonomic technology, which is they're shaped to the point where they don't they help prevent against carpal tunnel for hair cutters.
Okay.
So they're designed to prevent against carpal tunnel and just do a lot of the work for you. You know, we have different sizes and, you know, just different options for you. But I understand your tools are as important as your skill. So, you know, you have to still invest in, you know, just a good piece of machinery. So I don't want to have to think twice, you know, when somebody calls me to deliver a haircut that, you know, I charge a nice amount of money
I'm
for.
sure.
I don't want to have to second guess it. I want to just know that what I pick up is going to deliver every time. I don't want to have to sharpen my shears every couple months and, you know, keep doing that. You know, I
That's it.
want to
Yeah.
pick them up and just do, and I know they're going to do the job for me, you know, so a lot of time went into it, a lot of effort, a lot of thought, a lot of research into the type of shares that I wanted would go into it to something that I would feel very proud to put my name on. And we found it with these Karlj shares, and they, as you can see by the work on my Instagram, they are
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
yeah, they do what they do.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell he's so passionate about when he's doing the cut. I'm like, I'm all in it with you doing. Yeah,
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 yeah.
I'm
I'm all
super
over that.
passionate about cutting hair. Yeah, I'm super passionate about cutting hair. It's funny because, you know, I'm always read my comments.
Uh-huh.
So many women say, I'm getting too much satisfaction out of watching this haircut.
Yeah, I was like, the man is just doing a haircut.
He said, "Man, it's just a haircut." Yeah. So it's just really like, it's just, you know, I think that when you love what you do, it shows.
Yeah,
I think you can't hide it. You can't contain it. When you love what you do, I believe it just shows
yeah,
through.
and it
You know,
does. It shows. It shows in your mannerism and how you execute, and
yes.
then the finished products just
Thank you.
bar none.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
And
beautiful work. Yeah.
I've always,
So,
yeah,
uh,
I've
so,
always studied and admired the Dow Sassoon, and I've always wanted to emulate him and the way he did things, and actually, and really how he changed the world with a pair of
mm,
scissors, and how he revolutionized the beauty industry with a pair of scissors. You know, he was the first brand. There is no Paul Mitchell without Vidal
that's
Sassoon. There is no
right.
Tony Nye without Vidal Sassoon. These people and these giants that we have, they come from this, you know, this orphan from London who just,
Yeah,
I believe, just completely revolutionized the hair world. And I just want to introduce that to our culture because in the Black beauty culture, the haircut isn't pushed as much as the braiding, the weaving,
right.
the, you know, the press. And I'm just telling you that once you get once you get a grip on this thing, man, you'll be like, man, where you been my whole life? Because if you can cut hair, you can write your own ticket.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because a good haircut, you don't need much else.
You don't need nothing.
It speaks. It speaks. Yeah.
Haircut is right. A 3-year-old can curl it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I realize Vidal Sassoon is your main mentor. Who would be second?
Honestly, he's not even a hairstylist, but he's such a beauty in the beauty industry and would be the person that told me about you, and that would be Mr. Glenn Jackson.
Ah,
Mr.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Glenn Jackson, he has been with me from day one, through the ups, through the downs. He's seen it all. He's seen my highest highs, my lowest lows, and he's always been Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
He has always supported me. Glenn has always had my back. He's always been there if I needed him, even if I couldn't afford him at the time. He still show up.
Yeah.
He would still show up and do the job, and and just he believed in me,
Yeah.
so Glenn Jackson has, and he's shown me, he's had the biggest hair shows on the East Coast. He used to have the Golden Scissors Awards
The
in
Golden
DC.
Scissors Awards. I've been
So
to
if you
several.
were a hairstylist and you was in Philly, New York, New Jersey, DC, Maryland, Virginia, if you went out to DC, if you went at Glenn Jackson's Golden Scissors Awards, you won a
You
hairstylist.
Yeah.
So that was like our Grammys, our Academy Awards. So you can wait to get dressed up to go to the Golden Scissors. You couldn't, So and he's been just solid ever
Yeah.
since. And
Yeah.
when I say a mentor, just somebody to navigate in the beauty industry, somebody that has built relationships within the Black beauty industry and the Korean beauty industry and the white beauty, just
Yeah.
all over.
Over
He has
it. Yes.
he has built relationships. So I was like, I want to build relationships like that.
Yeah.
He would always put on presentations and shows, and I want to do presentations and shows like that when I
Yeah.
used to do my hair shows. He always has charisma. He just has the gift of gab, and when he talks, he lights up a room. And I said, I want to light up a room like that. You know what I mean? So, Glenn has always been somebody that has just really made me want to just keep going and keep going no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been so many giants just in the beauty industry, and from different things. I used to love Tracy Johnson, who I did my first audition for her salon, Eclipse Salon on Melrose Avenue. She was a short hair pixie guru in the
Uh-huh.
90s, and she used to do In Vogue and Elise Neal and Nia Long, Tony Braxton, everybody in that era who had those short pixie cuts.
Uh-huh.
She
Uh-huh.
was on Melrose Avenue. I flew in from Philadelphia and did an audition at her salon, and I didn't get the job, but I didn't get the job, and it wasn't my, it wasn't my time. I was very young. It wasn't my time, but the experience, it was my first time in LA. The experience is everything, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
I give her flowers, and you have the Kim Kimballs. You have a lot of great the Ted Gibsons,
Mm-hmm.
people that I look at like wow, Ted Gibson's charging $1,500 for a haircut. I want to do that. And the way he just I love Ted the way he's just marketed across all
Okay.
racial lines, so he does it all. So I
Yeah.
don't like to pick and pull from a
From
little
each
bit of
one.
everybody, but still keeping my authentic self. When
Mm-hmm.
Karl walks in the room. I don't put on no airs. I don't care who's in the room, it's me. You get me 100% of the time. The little boy that grew up on the East Coast, that played football, listen to rap music. Yeah, I mean, I just have a gift and a skill, and I
Uh-huh.
embrace it. And I just try to impact and pay it forward.
Yeah.
We in order to keep what you have to give it away.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I like to just pour back into the students and pour back into the to the to the to the industry professionals, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's where I'm at.
Okay. Great. Great. So guys, sign up for the class. Um,
Houston,
Jeanette,
Texas.
you'll type that in one more time for us.
We are in
We got
Houston, Texas,
we need
September
yeah,
9th.
we need him to be saying so many people wanted to come to the class. I had to book a
Oh
second
man,
one.
I need to,
That's
I needed to do a part two. We need to do
he needs to do a part two.
take,
So y'all come on now.
take it to Monday. Yeah, so
Okay.
we're in
Yeah.
Houston.
Yeah.
Well, I'm basically giving the class away. You're getting so much that you'll be able to take home with you. And
Yeah. So
it's a
how much is retail on a pair of Karl J shears?
195, $200.
That's half of what you're paying right there.
That's half of what you're paying right there. That's half. Yeah, you need
That's
one of my
half.
best. That's $200. That's half what you.
Yeah.
We got a great
And those
menu.
shears will
We
last
gonna
you a
feed
lifetime.
you. Yeah, we got a great menu. We're gonna feed you. We're not giving you no peanut butter and jelly either. Or no chicken noodle soup. We have a really nice menu laid out for you, man. I want to treat hairstylists like the people we are. I think
Okay. Awesome.
I think we shape culture. We shape society,
We do.
and we have a big impact on the culture. And without hair, where would anything be?
Yeah. Yeah. There is no beauty without the hair.
There is no beauty
Yeah,
out
you
there.
gotta
So
have it.
looking
So
forward to it.
where's the class? Where are you hosting the
It's
class?
going to be the address is. So the address to what is it? I'm sorry, speaking the.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you the address is
And I'm
the,
just curious.
yeah, I want to let you know the address is. Hold on, she's letting me know. It's in my phone, but I don't want to have to swipe you out to get it. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah, I
mean?
understand.
So but it's going to be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Uh-huh.
6 hours. It's 1919 North Main Street, Houston, Texas. 1919
It's
North
on
Main.
45 South, I believe.
No, North Main would be just north of downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's close to downtown.
Uh-huh. It should be just north of downtown. Not far from me, actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, guys, we are just meeting for the first time. We
right.
talked on the phone
You talked to
yesterday?
Paul,
Or,
yeah, a
yeah,
couple days ago.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Mr. Glenn Jackson
just a
said,
good vibe.
Mr. Glenn Jackson said you need to reach out to these people. Hey, I mean, you
Yeah.
need to reach out and, just connect with them and, so I hear and obey.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do
so
it.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, man. I'm
Yeah.
really, really,
This should be it should be good. So guys, y'all follow him on Instagram or whatever your social media platform. Do the same for Vior. Sign up for his class and then come and tell us how great this class was and how much you learned and what level you went to after you took his class. Because
it's
you have
not.
to be on a whole nother plane by the time you finish this
We
class.
keep going.
Yeah.
We keep going. I explain to stylists all the time. I just left Philadelphia on a promo run, and I spoke to maybe 1,000 stylists in 2 days.
Hmm.
And I was telling them that I just took a class 2 weeks ago in New Orleans. Like, you never stop learning.
Never.
You never
Yeah.
stop learning. It's a journey. I mean, you have to embrace the journey. It's not
Yeah.
so after this class, find your next one, then find your next one,
Yeah.
because that's what I'm gonna do.
So how many stops are in the tour?
10 cities. We're in
So,
Houston,
mm-hmm,
Philadelphia, then we're
mm-hmm,
going to Brooklyn, and then from Brooklyn we're going to Chicago, Chi-Town. From Chi-Town we're going to Charlotte. From Charlotte we're going to Detroit. From Detroit we're going into London. After London we're going to Atlanta, the ATL. Then
mm-hmm.
after ATL we're going to Miami, where we're going to have something special planned, and then we're going to end it in Glenn Jackson's hometown in Washington, D.C., in the nation's capital. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we're celebrating it with Miss Kamala Harris.
Okay, that's gonna be a thing right there, right?
Yeah, so
Awesome.
And I know Glenn Jackson does nothing small,
nothing small. No.
nothing at all.
Go big, or go home.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So,
so,
so guys,
yep.
again, sign up for the class. I'm sure you won't regret it. And phenomenal, Karl. It has been a pleasure meeting you. I'm sure we'll hook up and do some things.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for your time.
Oh, no, look, no problem. Y'all sign up for his class and don't forget Be Your Beauty Under One Roof from October 5th through the 7th at the Marriott West Chase here in Houston. And look, we don't see we can't get Karl to come through there too. He gonna still be in Houston. That's just a week away.
Yeah, you know what? It don't take much for me to come to Houston.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
All right. So anybody have any questions before we go? Y'all know we normally off about 9. We 15 minutes deeper.
Oh yeah, we've been talking.
I think we
This
pretty
was
much
good.
covered it
Yeah,
all.
this was good. When it's good, we just keep
I've been
going. The time
stalking your
really doesn't
site.
matter. What'd you say?
Oh, I said I've been stalking his site.
You've been
Oh,
stalking my site. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
We
Hey,
love what we
Renee.
do. We love what we do. We always have.
Stalking it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all
look at
So,
it.
guys, yeah.
we always have,
So,
man. That's what we do.
sign up for the class. Look, yeah, that was, I was like, oh, that Bob. Sign up for Karl J's class here
I
in
know, really.
H-Town. If you're in one of those others.
I say this before we go about the bob. The
Okay.
bob is the most timeless and the most classic of all haircuts.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a picture from the 70s, and you can take a picture, or the 60s, and you can take a picture from today of a bob, and you can interchange them. You can't interchange the clothes. You can't interchange the car. You can't, but you can take that bob off of Marilyn Monroe or Judy Garland back in 1960.
Yeah, yeah,
Today, put it on Beyonce, and it looks just as good. You don't have to change a thing.
yeah.
It's like a black dress or a black suit. It never,
Yeah,
ever,
but
ever
yeah,
is a bad
just
idea.
classic. Yeah,
Classic,
speaks
classic.
volumes. Yeah.
Speaks volumes. It's
Awesome.
powerful. It's a powerful haircut. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
shoot, it's
y'all
business.
sign up for the class, guys. Sign up for the class.
Thank
We
you.
all have hairstylist friends. Call your friends. Tell them sign up for the class. Okay.
Appreciate it. Yeah, come on through.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good
Someone
time.
just asked about Florida. He'll be in Miami.
Yeah.
So go to the website. Sign up for the class, guys.
Oh,
This.
you asked when will he be in Florida? When you click on the link, just click onto the Florida, where it says Florida, and let you know the dates for Miami.
Yeah. Yeah. But guys, this kind of education. How often do you do these? You haven't in a while, right? Or you
No, I haven't.
don't. Yeah. You need to get in now.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to explode.
Yeah, yeah. So look, now I'm asking questions. So you're starting here September. When's the last one?
The
What
last one is in Washington D.C.
what
and
month?
it is
A little over a year?
yeah. I think D.C. is
March.
March.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
think
about right.
DC,
Okay.
I think DC is March. Yes,
Cool.
it is March. It is
Yeah.
March.
Okay. Going on tour. He's on the road, guys. Got to catch him at a city near you. Sign up. Take your career, your skill set to a whole nother level. You want to increase your income. This is how you increase your
That's
income.
right.
You follow people like Karlj. Yeah. Go to his website, look at his work. I don't even do hair, and I'm doing. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, guys, his work speaks for itself.
Thank you.
And being here in Houston, yeah, we got to kick this whole thing off right. We got to kick the tour off right. We
Kick
got
you
to
off
get
right.
him. Yeah, we got to get him in the right mindset to go deal with those other people.
That's right.
Okay. So
Thank you.
again, Karlj, thank you so very much. I'll thank Glenn Jackson for making the introduction. Uh, and look again, guys, follow Karlj. Sign up for the course. Remember, Beauty Under One Roof, October 5th through 7th, Marriott West Chase.
Thank
We
you.
thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. I
Can't wait
appreciate
to
it.
meet you.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you. I can't wait to meet you as well.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night, Carl.
All right.
Good
All
night.
right. All right. Jeanette, you got something else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Good. Good night, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing the love. Bye bye.